Hello, it's me, Zacarias. How you doing? And I'm gonna do a video about the Malasan woman who won um, the Miss Black University of Texas, and she's from Texas. I'm from Texas too. Her father, Malasan, is Creole. Her father's Creole, African descent, and Creole, and also her mother's white. So she won the Miss Black UT pageant, and I've been on the conversation here in Houston, and me and other mixed race people I know was trying to educate Texan people that the one drop rules no longer law. Okay, let me explain what those who don't know what the Latinos, you including Mexicanos, because the third race in Mexico is Africano. Okay. And lucky when they stole Texas, they did not dig y'all family tree, okay? Find out some Afro-Mexican family, okay? And luckily George Lopez wasn't living. You're talking about, oh, yeah, you should be on the black side, okay? And I'm sounding like Rosie Perez here, you know, about Brandon Villagran, who's Venezuelan, she's Puerto Rican, okay? Remember about he said about Michelle Obama, okay? The one drop rule means if you have any drop of African ancestry, you are black, okay? That is no longer a law, and let me explain why they made that law. So when massa either rape, most likely, or seduce a slave, because they were relationships. The movie Queen showed that, okay? Well, Jasmine got playing a black Native American woman, and she was in love with her white master, and that's why Morgan liked Queen or her mama. And when she said, "That's your man," I remember what's her name? You know, she was on The View acting a fool, played Queen before Halle Berry did. What's her name? Raven Simone played Queen. Okay, yeah, the young version of her. And that's actually how I started. That's how I started back in '93 to want to learn about my multiracial background. Okay, when I was 13 years old, back in '93, going on 14 of doing Black History Month. A lot of people don't know that majority of African Americans, and most, actually all of us who are from here, who came from diaspora, are mixed. So we come like, I don't look black as this doggone shirt I have, okay? So a lot of people think that we are pure black. I was talking to a Latina woman yesterday, and you can tell she was not educated, okay? Not because she's Latina. I'm not making it, and I'm part of Hispanic down the family tree, and I'm going to get to that as well. Did I know that? Okay? So, when they had this one drop rule, okay, it was used to dehumanize and defensize and cause an economic default, and also racism, anti-black racism to anybody that had black blood. That's why folks was ashamed of their blackness, okay? That's why I had folks who didn't look black, okay, did not want to claim it. Do you understand? So, yeah, folks passing who look like white people, pass. That's why I defended Michael Jackson's kids, okay? That's nothing new. And then Michael Jackson's background is not, I don't care what he was camera like or whatever. Regardless, his background was not 100% black before his skin be like or whatever, okay? None of us are pure black, and we need to stop. I'm sorry, I do want folks, I wish people, and I can't tell people to do personally, but me individually, I'm going to tell the truth. We're not pure black, and stop listening on the paper. It's not that we're ashamed of it. It's true. We are partially, yes. Because how a degree of it, a DNA test or not, still, you still a mutt. No offense, okay? So many of us have African and European Native American, okay? In my background, when I was, before 2016, I thought I was only black, French, Creole, English, and Native American. Weird. Well, when I was failing my course online, which I'm not in school no more because I got withdrawn, I had to go back, but my computer is messed up, okay? Last year doing Black History Month. Y'all, if y'all saw my hair, wow, I did this video about the English, okay. The mother side really spoke more than the dad side when I put all the ancestors that I knew from 1993 to later on 2016. And I found that my third grandfather on my mama's side had a white mama. Not plantation owner, okay? He went after slavery 1871, if I'm mistaken. I gotta go back on answer.com. And his father was a Creole. The mother's not. The mother was Irish and English, and and I trace all her lineage, her white cousins here. Okay. Then, and that's my great-grandfather's grandfather. Of course, he was his mother, my great-grandfather who still lived in 98. That's his grandfather who was her white mother, okay, on his dad's side. And on his mama's side was Native American, we already knew him, and black, okay. But his father is the one who has, that's his father who had a mother that was white, okay. And so the father's wife, which is that's my great-grandfather's maternal grandmother, his dad's mother, she was, it took me a while, if you mentioned the video, I did say real, but I was thinking that it was not Spanish now, and I did find out it is Spanish. She was a Rouse on birth, but her dad was a Real. Now, they changed it. And he was born 1847 in Texas, not 1840, make the mistake. And his parents owned Cincinnati, Louisiana, which is not surprising because Louisiana was owned by Spain. Yes, Native Americans had it first, but the Spain took it and French Canadians took it later on. I don't know who called me. Stop calling me, please. Okay, thank you. Anyway, let's get to the subject. So, I found a lot about that. It was shocking. So, altogether, from my mom and dad's side, I'm African-American, Native American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, I'm Native American. I still want to know about my grandfather on my mother's side because I'm on his side of the family. All I know is he had a high yellow mama, okay, and she was way younger than her husband, okay, he was 18-something, talking about my grandfather's dad. On the mom's side, and you know, the I found this from Virginia. Dang, Virginia's on both of my mama and my grandma and my besides Louisiana, of course, on my, you know, on my grandma on my mom's side. Okay, and so my dad is African American, French, English, Irish, Native American. His dad was dark skinned, but French, black and French, Native American. Okay, and his parents has roots Louisiana and Mississippi. Then my grandmother has roots in Texas. You know, we haven't got further there, but I knew that the first mixtape was mostly on her side of the family because her dad was dark skinned with straight hair, and his dad's dad was Native American, Choctaw, and his dad's mom, excuse me, was English and black, and she was from Louisiana. And so then, like I said, my grandmother's mom on my mom's side, excuse me. The one who has dad who's still living, 98 years old. My great grandfather who has the grandfather, you know, who like a white man. Okay, all right, and you know he got black, French, English, Irish, Spanish, Native American. Oh Jesus. Okay, Grandpa Red. God rest. Well, Grandpa Red's departed wife, God rest her, so she died 10 years ago, back in 2007. We call her Medea. No, she's not Tyler Perry, okay? She's dark and Tyler Perry, so don't go there, okay? She was dark skinned, but she also was French as well. But mixed with French down her family. Her dad was from Alexandria, Louisiana. So, you know, and she passed away, that my great-grandmother, she passed away back in November of 2007. Okay, so this November will be 10 years after her passing. And so, but that's what I'm mixed with. So, we're not pure African descent, okay? And I don't care who got more of it or not, it's still, but they use this one-drop rule to make slaves on the plantation, then after slavery to cause Jim Crow racism, okay? Segregation. And that's why you have Latinos who was classified as white, who are not pure white, okay? Who are mixed with Native American and African. Many of them did not want to be considered black, okay? Even when they had Spanish as a separate racial category, okay? LULAC, dang, they had a history. They didn't want nothing to do with NWS, but they sort of got together later on, South of multi-racial category in the 1990s, okay? You know, they put me in the census. No offense, LULAC. I mean, just I know they're different now, but back in the day, they have a history when they didn't want nothing to do with it. It was begging the government to want to be assessed as white, okay? When they were not pure white, okay? This is the Pachismo mentality, okay? This is not the native Latino, you know, in Latin America mentality, okay? But that's why, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why you had the George Lopez, who's African, Spanish, and European, Native American, and Asian, this from the DNA test, who was dark, and his grandmother said that don't bring no negrita home, okay? Don't date no broad card, that's how I mean, okay? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So let me bring this up. So the reason I bring this up to educate you. A lot of people in Texas go along one-drop rule, and let me get to that as well. Back 50 years ago, this June, next month, will be of the anniversary of 11th West Virginia case where a partial black Native American woman who classified as black, but records do show that she was Native American, but people saw her as black, Mildred Loving, her husband was white. There was a small town that whites and people classified as black who are not pure black were getting along. Yes, they were. That's how they got married, okay? They got married in Washington, D.C., where it's legalized to get married. Fred Douglass, if I'm mistaken, who had a white father and brought a black Native American woman, or black Native American woman, white mother. Was second wife was married. Well, the second wife was the Fred Douglass who helped us back in the day. His second wife was white. Okay, so so bring this up to educate people. I get tired of having to re-educate the ignorant. Okay, but let's get to subject. So they said in that letter that allowed people to be intermarrying legally in 1967 in June that the one-drop rule was unconstitutional. What made it to be so popular and people still walk around here thinking that it's still law was the Black nationalist movement. Not the NAACP, because they different from the 90s. They were 1945 against it, and it was called Uncle Tom's by the Nation of Islam and folks in the nationalists back in the Black nationalist record day. Black nationalists and the Nation of Islam, all them believed the one-drop rule, especially Malcolm X, who hated his grandfather on his mom's side, who raped his mother. Okay, his grandmother, excuse me. So he was part white too, just like Martin King. Martin King was not part of the Black nationalists. He was part of the civil rights movement, NAACP and all that. But his grandmother, let me know, his father's mother was an Irish white woman. Okay, well, Irish in the time were not considered white at one period of time. They can marry African race. That's why even here in Creole people, there are people who are part Italian as well. Okay, a lot of Italians went to New Orleans. Those Creole sisters married those Italian men. Okay. If they could marry within the family, not all Creoles practice that, but they could marry in the family to keep the lighter skin, hair, street, so-called good hair in the family. They had to, find a passive white or whatever, but that's not such. So, point is, let you know, yeah, folks, when Kevin Gates talking about he was going with his cousin, that's nothing new, because Louisiana people who were exotic looking, want to keep their color and hair texture and eyes that was close to your beauty, in the family. They couldn't, if they did go with someone that was that complexion, they were afraid that black gene would make their child darker. So they would keep it, and they couldn't marry, they had interracial marriage laws, or if they looked white, they had to pass white, or get out the country, marry someone else out the, that type of thing. So, the reason why, and say that what happened in Latin America, even Michelle Rodriguez, when they were doing it, her ancestry on PBS, and what's the name, Lydia Chavez, there was people who looked Spaniard or something in Mexico trying to keep the color in the family, okay? That happened too, because they went native, and native is my Afro Miss Diesel, so they want to mention in the video, but I'll go ahead and mention it for them. Let's get it started, okay? So, point is, so that law is no longer allowed. So, we're going to talk about the Melanson chick. She entered the pageant because the credential was you have African American heritage, whatever the degree of it, you could be in your female. No matter what you look like, dark skin, you can be black as this shirt, you can be white as this paper towel here, okay? You got black in you. Now, like everyone was saying, if it was Rachel Dolezal, you gotta get upset. But why get upset? And I'm glad this happened to educate people that were the folks who commented. If you're from the United States, I'm in the cuss here, shut the fuck up. Your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your great-grandma, 19 came from someone that looked like her. For real. This woman here is not out here saying, I hate black side and I'm going to pass this white side like Sarah Jane from Imitation Life. This woman embraced her blackness. She also embraced her whiteness. And she does not choose one or two. She just chose, for example, we had a black Native American sister who was Miss Navajo. And a couple years long, yes, look it up. She won Navajo pageant. And folks said, oh, she a black woman. She ain't no Native American. No, she is part black and Native American. Her right to be in that pageant. Okay? So I'm not saying that one drop her. Same thing, we wouldn't run purely Native American. The sister who made, or either Asian woman who part black, Asian woman who part black Asian, who made Miss Japan, whatever, it was Japanese, whatever it was, okay? Yeah. So if we got, and people talking about mixed race people not black. Well, you're not black either, y'all. If you read your history, half the people who was the first blacks were mixed. Fred Douglass was mixed. Josephine Baker was mixed. Yes, she was mixed with Native American on Family Tree. She mixed it when Lynn Winfield played her. They mixed in the first part of the movie. She played her Negro and Indian blood. The people who made the man that made the relaxer and the traffic stop, he was black and Native American. Garrett Morgan. Booker T. Washington was black and white. Fred Douglass was part black and Native American. Okay? Darth Danridge was black, Mexican, and white and Native American. Yes, she was. Okay? Darth Danridge, you know, I remember Monroe. And before George Lopez even talked about, because her grandmother was Mexican, right? I think her mother, who played the maids and mammies and stuff, Nellie Simone, not Simmons, Simone, she was Mexican and Native American, and she married a Jamaican man. That's how her mama came in the situation. Ruby Danridge. And her husband, Cyrus Danridge, was black and African from Africa and white. Okay, I think he was part English. Okay, half of the people in Lena Horne was mixed. Okay, Charles Baldwin was mixed with black and white ancestry. He mixed that one in his poems. He was dark skinned, but he mixed that. He was mixed. However, half of the people you're over here talking about that's black in history were not. The only I could think of was Harriet Tubman. Okay, the Charles Drew or something. Everything. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. He looked like a white man. I mean, y'all don't read Coco Black history? And Madison Walker, like she high yellow. I don't know what y'all consider black, but when I see black, I'm not going by what white man's identity of black. The false identity. I'm going by what true blackness is. That's Africa. Lupita Nyong'o is black. Akon is black. That's pure black. We just a bunch of mutts of different shades. I don't understand why. Well, white man, once again, I can talk. White man is not God. And the white folks who don't accept your mixed identity, I do the same thing. Reject their motherfucking asses. That woman is a multiracial sister. But half of the women in there do not look like Lupita Nyong'o. There was one real dark-skinned one. That's the only one that can pass for a pure black person. The rest of them sisters that's caramel like me and milk chocolate and all that, they don't look like the people that came on a down ship. Barack Obama is not a pure black man. Michelle Obama, her milk chocolate behind, not dark chocolate, but milk chocolate. She got white ancestors and white relatives. They had a family get together. And she cannot be pure black and have a family get together with her white cousins that relate to her. We're not pure black people. So if you mad at the pageant, get mad at the pageant. Don't get mad at this sister. This mixed sister is trying to help the community. Like Jason Williams, who blue eyed, look like a white man with a tan. Everybody talking about his affair now. Who made that old speech last year? That still the thing. Kaepernick don't look pure black. What do y'all? I mean, y'all talking about Zach looks black. Black is like Akon and Lupita Nyong'o. Unlike the sisters who their complexion and brothers their complexion, these brothers and sisters like Naomi Campbell mixed with Asian. Her dad was Asian and black. Foxy Brown, the rapper, is mixed with Asian. They're not pure black even though they are dark skinned. Tyson Belfort is not pure black. With them Asian eyes, definitely ain't no doggone pure black. His mother's not Japanese, is Chinese and black Jamaican, and his father is Hispanic. Yes, Belfort is an Anglo name. You know about the canal and all that other stuff. The British came in. Thank you. And they had black folks from the Caribbean going to Panama and mixing down there too, besides the slaves in Panama. Y'all don't know y'all some uneducated motherfuckers. I'm sorry to make a rant about this. I'm trying to be calm. Ain't none of them damn sisters, even the dark one, was pure black.